Yeah. We're gonna talk a little bit more about Tim Walz, aka Coach Cuddly. That's what we're gonna do.
Illuminati is a thing you need to watch out for. They want to depopulate and slave us so much more. World domination, I'll get into that later. I'm hardcore, fierce and sexy. You're just a hater. You deserve the ridicule because you're an absolute zero. I'm the keeper of the chalice, a rock and roll hero. I'm not an idiot nobody listens to, because I'm not a failure in life like you. Let's talk about Bill Gates and the mark of the beast and the orgies in the streets at the Catholic feasts and Bill and Hillary's human trafficking ring. And George Soros got the money to pay for everything. Socialism is for losers, working for the devil. Chumps that can't fight, they ain't on my level. It takes an evil one to try to debunk and doubt it, so I'd rather die than stop talking about it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out for the Illuminati.
That's a big heavy truck going by. Whoa. What's good, my people? It's MC Too Tall. Maybe some of you know me by my government name. John A. Krantz, former congressional hopeful for the 10th District in New York. I intended to run as a Republican until everything got realigned, and now I have a congressperson to which I am very pleased, and I intend to re-elect her. Her name's Nicole Maliotakis, by the way. So if you're in South Brooklyn or Staten Island this November, when you vote for Donald Trump, don't forget to vote to re-elect Nicole Maliotakis. She is doing a fine job as Congresswoman. And for those of you who are sick and tired of AOC, there is somebody running against her as well. Her name is Tina Forte. Get her in. Get AOC out of here. Up in the Senate, we have rubber stamp Gillibrand. We need some balance. We need some regulation. We need somebody to put Schmuck Schumer in line. That's where Mike Sapricone comes in. Make sure you elect him to U.S. Senate in the state of New York. And now let's get into this thing about our Democratic presidential ticket. As you know, Kamala Harris, a.k.a. Kuntamala, a.k.a. the Caclosaurus, she is a DEI candidate and failed, Baltazar. And to assist her in her failure at the border, she brings in Coach Cuddly as her running mate. Coach Cuddly was the and still current governor of Minnesota, who offered ladders so that people could climb over Donald Trump's very effective wall that they tore down, so that we could have all these sickos, these rapists and murderers come in and do their rapes and murders. And he also boasted of a military record, and he tried to coincide that military record that he boasted of with gun control, and tried to so cleverly incorporate his military background with why we need all kinds of gun control. And he says there is no need for somebody in our streets to have a gun that I used in battle. He never freaking went to battle a day in his life. He's an oppressive white man that only knew how to oppress people during COVID in his state. And now he's oppressing them even further, forcing them to fly the Somali flag. Which that gets into another thing that I'd like to talk to Mike Lindell about. But anyway, this man talks about his military record and he says the gun he fired, what gun did you fire in combat? You were never in combat. Tim Walz, you were never in combat. You know, you were trying to, you very cuddly stood back while all the people of your company went out to war. You stood back, oh so cuddly. And they went out and risked their lives while you stood back. You're a man of stolen valor. Tim Walz is a man of stolen valor. And thus, he is he's a punk. He's a straight up punk. He's a disingenuous, treasonous punk who's better served going out to the garden and picking my radishes. That punk. And I had to get that in. Tim Walz is a disingenuous, treasonous punk. I never enlisted, and I'm many years younger than Tim Walz. And let me say this, that I have every right to tell somebody like Tim Walz, go pick my radishes, you punk. And as I said, he's an oppressive white man because of all his oppressive, draconian COVID measures that could have given Gretchen Whitmer a run for her money. I'm telling you, very oppressive rules that came with COVID when he was governor of Minnesota, or during his tenure as governor of Minnesota. Such an oppressive being. And I don't know how people of Minnesota could deal with that disingenuous, treasonous punk as their governor. The man is just a coward. He's a chicken hawk. And he shouldn't be holding any public office. He shouldn't even hold a public office that he holds now, much less be awarded vice presidency of the United States of America. I mean, this is America. This is not a land of cowards. There's no time for cowardice. There's no time for people like Tim Walz running around with his tail between his legs talking about how cuddly he is and talking about how there must be tampons in the boys' bathroom. That's another thing. Why does he want to pussify America like that? And if he had his way, the United States flag would be changed to a Somalian flag. He is one of the most oppressive white men to ever govern a single state of our union. And he ought to be ashamed of himself. I don't know why he's over there on that Democratic presidential ticket with Kamala Harris. So he's supposed to be a coach of the Caclosaurus, the cuddly coach of the Caclosaurus. And these people must not get in the White House. They must not get in the White House at all. And speaking of the Somalian flag becoming the state flag of Minnesota, I'm sure somewhere fellow Minnesotan Mike Lindell must be pissed. Mike Lindell is the founder of the very successful company My Pillow. Good quality pillows, by the way. I've ordered my share of pillows from them, and it is good quality American-made stuff going on right there. I've hadn't had a sleepless night in a long time because of my pillow, and I would ask Mike Lindell. I would pitch this idea to Mr. Mike Lindell. Here's an idea. A my pillow with the real Minnesota flag design. A my pillow with the real Minnesota flag design. And I bet you those things would sell like hotcakes. Even if you charge them $60 a pillow. Even if you charge them $100 a pillow. But keep it at 60. And I don't even want any money for pitching this idea. Mike Lindell, if you're ever seeing this, what I would ask, only thing I would ask is that the very first my pillow that rolls out with the Minnesota flag design, that you sign it and send it to me. That's all I would ask. I would just want one souvenir saying that my idea was pitched to somebody, and somebody took me up on it and put it out there. Meanwhile, let's get back to this Nebraska transplant, Tim Walz. He is the cuddly coach of Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, of course, as I mentioned earlier in this video, and as I've mentioned in every video about her since her run for president, is a DEI candidate and failed border czar. And he's trying to brand himself as cuddly, and meanwhile, he is nothing more than a disingenuous, treasonous punk. Not to mention an oppressive white man. Respect God. Watch out for the Illuminati. Please follow and share my content, because you know I'm right, and you know people will agree once they see this content. Stay strong and keep kicking that slang. It's your boy in the building, hip-hop legend, recording engineer, underground rock and roll hero. Last time I said legend, I meant hero. MC Too Tall.